back to another live show here. Let me get everything together here. Making sure everything is okay here. Is everything all lined up? Okay. Okay, so yeah, so we got everything together. All right, we want to thank you all for tuning in, logging on to according to YouTube, I'm gonna have can't say the name, so I'm gonna have to say the I to the A radio. So we want to thank you for tuning in, logging on to the I to the A radio with your host, Pastor Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified every time we go live with these live shows every Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. If you're new to this, hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that like button as you guys come in here. Make sure you hit that like button. I will be opening up the telephone line for questions. After after I finish speaking. I'm gonna open up the telephone line for questions. So the telephone number is right there in the title, which is 202-926-1127. That's 202-926-1127. And the access code is 961-824. That's 961-824. All right. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get into this. Brother Polight. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, these are bloodsuckers of the black community. Brother Polight is a bloodsucker of the black community. Sinetta is a bloodsucker of the black community. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Tommy Sotomayor, you know what I'm saying? All of these so-called, oh yeah, don't forget about Kwame Brown. Don't forget about him. He's another one. But these are all bloodsuckers of the black community. They prey on weak, vulnerable, broken women. And they give them a sense of security when it's a false sense of security. You see, it's very easy to, you know what I'm saying, deceive a broken woman. You understand? It's very easy. And that's what these so-called bloodsuckers of the poor do. It's very easy. It's very easy to, you know what I'm saying, to go up to a woman that had, you know what I'm saying, multiple relationships and multiple baby daddies and, you know what I'm saying, went through bad relationship after bad relationship. It's very easy to mislead a broken woman. And that's why all these black, so-called black, the black conscious community, that is what their main alternative is to do. Take advantage of broken women. But if you guys knew the truth, you would understand and you wouldn't fall for this. You know what I'm saying? Now, to get something else out the way, this multiple wives thing. Because this guy right here, no, he's not African. The boy is black. He's not African. I know you say he said he did his DNA and he found out that he was the 33% damn Nigerian. See, and that's another thing. When he said he's such and such percentage Nigerian and you all fell for it, that shows that you all lack knowledge. Because how can you be Nigerian? Nigeria is a country. You hear me, people? I said it's impossible for you to be such and such percentage Nigerian when Nigerian is a country. That's just like me saying I'm 78% American. You see what I'm saying? Nigeria is a country, and the people that's in Nigeria, they are called Nigerians. The same way America is a country, and the people that's in America is called Americans. And see, so you see how that little tweak in the way a Negro speak deceived a whole lot of people. Oh, I found out that I'm such and such percentage Nigerian. Really? You ain't speaking to no dum dum. You understand? And that's how they deceive you with that smooth talk. You know what I'm saying? That smooth talk, and you know what I'm saying? That New York game, or Southern game, or whatever, wherever you from. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop spitting game to one another and start trying to fix one another and help one another. Messing with these there black conscience idiots is not fixing you. The whole black conscious community is all about money, and it's all about, you know what I'm saying, feeling themselves. The whole black conscious community. There is no, you know what I'm saying? The whole black conscious community is nothing but a bunch of ex fraudsters, scammers, and deceivers, and pimps. That's all the black conscious community is. Come on. Look at Tommy Sotomayor. He's in the black conscious community, right? Look what he doing. He's on fans only pages, on a fans only page, doing porn. And everybody that follows him, he is trying to get into their draws. Is that teaching the people? You teaching the people how to, you know what I'm saying, cater to you? Brother Polight and all of them black conscience teachers, all they doing is trying to see what they can get. That's all they're doing. But I tell you what, Brother Polight was doing when he was arrested for that 14-year-old girl. Notice that girl was 14. 14, that's ritual sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? He's 37. Not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. 37 time. That's time. 37 represents time. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? 14 represents sacrifice. He follow after his teacher. Who's his teacher? Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club. How old was that girl when Charlemagne had raped that girl? She was 14 as well. You see? So these are all rituals. And the mama who allowed this boy to take her daughter to a club, number one, need to be locked up. Need to be brought up on some charges for child neglect, child endangerment. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about how that woman need to be put up on charges. Both of them, Brother Polight and that woman, need to be brought up on charges. Thanks for tuning in. I will be opening up the telephone line shortly for your questions. So the telephone number is in the title of this show, which is 202 926 1127. That's 202-926-1127, and the access code is 961824. I'll be opening up the telephone line shortly for your questions. Let me go ahead and play this audio. For YouTube, this is fair use. This is fair use.
Well, he normally garners attention for his online posts, but now the social media influencer and motivational speaker is making headlines for the wrong reason. NBC6 reporter Kim Wynn is live in Miami Beach tonight with more on the arrest of the man known as Brother Polight. Kim.
Yeah, well,
Jawan, the suspect, surrendered here at the Miami Beach Police Department earlier this week. Police charged him with sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl. We did speak with his lawyer earlier tonight, who says that these charges are false. This is the mugshot of 37-year-old Michael Nowak Jr., also known as Brother Polight, to his more than 300,000 Instagram followers. Miami Beach police arrested Nowak this week for alleged sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl.
Listen, notice they had to put in the news his 300,000 Instagram followers. Notice they had to put that because the 300,000 don't count. It's the three that matters. Three represents energy. Three represents, hey, it's time for a sacrifice. You understand? That's what that three represents. So it's not a coincidence they said they put out there his 300,000 Instagram followers. You know what I'm saying? And notice the girl is 14. That's ritual sacrifice. These are, you know what I'm saying? These are African rituals, Canaanite rituals that these black people do. And let me tell you something. Not only do Brother Polight do this, Umar Johnson do it as well. Not only do Umar Johnson do this, Charlemagne, well, we already know Charlemagne do it because you know what I'm saying. He that's the reason why he's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Malachi York, well, you already know about him. Tariq Nasheed and Tommy Sotomayor also do this same thing.
In a hotel room in February, police say the alleged victim was the daughter of a woman he was romantically linked to. Defense attorney David Terrace says his client is innocent.
The daughter of a woman he was romantically into. And then let me tell you another thing. To you black women, you can tell y'all weak and y'all desperate for for a man. Because if you are willing and if you would listen to a stupid retarded man, when a stupid retarded man says, you know what I'm saying, he want to have you and he want to have several other women as well, something right there don't fit in. Ain't no such thing as, you know what I'm saying, a Hebrew, which you are. You blacks, you Latinos, you Native American Indians, you Haitians, you Jamaicans, you a Hebrew. It's nowhere in the law. That's the Torah. It's nowhere in the law where it says you can have multiple, it is lawful to have multiple women. There is nowhere in the law. I don't care how deep you search in the scriptures, is nowhere in the law where it says you can have multiple wives. And see, and these Hebrews, to make an excuse to have multiple wives, they use scenarios like Jacob working 7 years for Rebecca. You know what I'm saying? But then he got Rebecca's sister. You can't use that because Jacob was tricked into sleeping with Rebecca's sister. He wanted Rebecca. So he worked another 700 years. Another 7 years for Rebecca. Because we know that who you lay with, who you have sex with, that becomes your wife. So when he laid with Rebecca's sister, he couldn't divorce her. That's his wife. But he worked for Rebecca, so he really wanted Rebecca. So what did he do? He went and worked another 7 years, and he received Rebecca. And that's how he had two wives. But you can't use that scenario and ignorantly go and commit adultery. Because that's what you're doing. When you sleep with one woman and then you go and you sleep with another woman, I don't care how you put it, Negroes, you have committed adultery. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have committed the carnal sin, and that sin causes you. The law says you should be put to death when you commit adultery. I didn't say this. The law say this. But you see, you have Negroes who call themselves Hebrews who try to mix and screw the scriptures to fit their narratives so that they can fulfill their own lust. But the Bible is plain. No such thing as, you know what I'm saying? You know who deal with multiple women? The Ishmaelites. That's the Arabs. They deal with multiple women. You understand? So if you want to deal with multiple women, go join the Nation of Islam. At least you won't be lying to the women when you tell the women that you can have multiple wives. At least you won't be lying. Because in the Ishmaelite religion, you can have multiple women. But as far as being an Israelite, no, can't have multiple women. Even the Africans, which are the Hamites, even the Hamite culture, you can't have multiple women. Only the Hamites that have converted into Islam. Those are the only Hamites that, you know what I'm saying, that go with that multiple wife thing. Only the Hamites that have converted to Islam. But if you go to a regular Hamite, no, it's not in their culture. But anyway, let me go ahead and press play. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here.
Evidence is produced that he is going to be exonerated. So yeah, not guilty, nothing else. According to the police report, Nowak, a motivational speaker and author who lives in LA, asked the woman if he could take her daughter to an after party at a club in Miami. The report states Nowak took the team.
So this man, he asked this woman, so naive. See, a lot of you women are so broken, and all you need is a little slick, slimy oil salesman, like, you know what I'm saying, like Brother Polight or Scam Polight, to speak to you. Speak some good, you know what I'm saying? Then he show you some money. He show you, you know what I'm saying? He show you a couple of stacks, and you know what I'm saying? He pull up in the bins, and you know what I'm saying? And then you fall for it hook, line, and sinker. And then you will fall for it so much that you will neglect your own child. This woman neglected her own child. You know what I'm saying? The moment Brother Polite came to you and asked you if he can take your 14-year-old daughter to a club, you should have left that man right then and there. Because right then and there told you that he was no good. What can you do with a 14-year-old girl besides teach her how to be a woman? Well, we see what Mr. Nowak or Brother Polite wanted to do with this 14-year-old girl. He wanted to have sex with this. Well, he did. Because, you know what I'm saying, the report says her mouth was swollen. So, you know what I'm saying? So when this 14-year-old girl was passed out, he still was trying to put his Johnson in her mouth. This man was trying to force his Johnson in this little girl's mouth while she was passed out. Why else do you think her mouth was swollen? And you know what I'm saying? No telling how swollen her vagina is. This 14-year-old girl, you think that's going to go away from her? She got to live with that for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? Counseling? She going to need more than counseling. She probably going to grow up to be a damn stripper or a prostitute or strung out on drugs. Why? Because this happened. The same way that woman that Charlemagne raped. She ain't never going to be the same. Trust me, I have dated plenty of women that was victim of molestation and that was victims of rape. And I see the traumatization in them. You know what I'm saying? And Nowak walking around, you know what I'm saying, on social media talking about he's putting lawsuits out. He put lawsuits out. Listen, we got to point these good for nothings out in our communities. Because if we don't do it, then our children is gonna be the next victim of these good for nothings. What we gonna do? Sweep it under the rug? Let me go ahead and press play.
To his hotel after seeing that the club was closed. Police say the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately, groping her breast, inner thighs, and buttocks. It goes on to say Nowak tried to force the teen to perform oral sex on him. The teen allegedly passed out and woke up to Nowak trying to make her throw up. These are serious allegations, but in any situation, they're
And now a lot of people was wondering why would he try to make her throw up? You see, when you have passed your soul through the fire to Moloch, like Noach did, you have to do things. This is part of a ritual. That throw up is something that he got to eat. See, that's what you're not knowing. See, you black power and black conscience people, you know what I'm saying? You black women and black men want to be in the black conscious community so bad, you must know what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? They got to do these rituals and they got to, you know what I'm saying? The reason why he was trying to make that woman throw up, that girl throw up, because he needed to eat that throw up. Point blank. That's what he needed to do. He needed to, number one, he needed to penetrate the 14-year-old. He needed to molest the 14-year-old. And then he needed to eat the throw up. That was a command. That was a decree told to him by the juju priest that made him so much of a motivational speaker, so much of a success. He know what he got to do. And guess what? The ritual didn't go down. He didn't do the ritual because obviously he got caught. He didn't do the ritual because obviously he was on the news. He didn't do the ritual because obviously he got a case. See, when you do the ritual right, you don't have a case. You don't have a case. You know what I'm saying? When you do the ritual right. Let me go ahead and press play.
Is always motive. There is always a lot behind the scenes that the public is not going to be able to see. The report states that the girl's mother found her intoxicated and possibly on drugs, with severe swelling on her mouth and lips. It later states Nowak told the mother not to call.
So the mother seen the girl. Somebody want to call me. Hold on. So the mother seen the girl intoxicated and throwing up. And why did the mother even allow her daughter to go with this man in the first place? Like I said, that mother need to be brought up on charges as well. She need to be locked up as well. I don't understand why the mama ain't locked up. That's definitely calls for child support, and it calls for CPS to take her child away from her. That's another thing. Where's CPS at?
On police because it would ruin his career. Nowak was served with a DNA warrant in June and surrendered to police on Monday. Terrorist says the police report is only an allegation. And Nowak claims to have written more than 90 books. In an interview, he also claims to have several wives. For now, we're reporting live in Miami Beach. Kim Wynn, NBC.
So he claimed to have written over 90 books, which is an old bait and switch, point and click. You know what I'm saying? Copy and paste. Over 90 books. Anybody believe that? You know what I'm saying? And you really got people that believe that shit too. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the telephone lines, people. Um, we want to thank you all for tuning in, logging on to another episode of the I to the A radio. You know, I gotta say it that way because of the the YouTube algorithm. So, welcome to the I to the A radio. You know what I'm saying, with your host, Pastor Michael Smith. When you come in here, make sure you hit that like button. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the telephone lines. Hold on, give me 1 second. So, if you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to call in. The telephone number is right there in the title. The telephone number is right there in the title of this show. Hold on one moment. Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and open up the telephone lines. Where's the phone number at? All right. And telephone number is area code 202 927 1127.
The free conference call number you are trying to dial has changed. The new number is 202-926-1127. The free conference call number you are trying to dial has changed. The new number is 202-926-1127. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or... If you are the host, please enter your PIN. Thank you. There is one other participant in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Pastor Michael Smith.
How you doing? How you doing this morning, Pastor?
Amen. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is James Williams, a long-time viewer of this channel from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, Las Vegas, Nevada. Amen. Now, how you bless you? What's your question?
I just wanted to get your whole take. I know you did do a video on the Fetty Wap deal.
Oh man. Hold that thought, people. We got disconnected. Hold on. Let me see. We got disconnected. Let me call back. Hold that thought. We got disconnected. I'm calling right back in. Let me see. I don't know how we got disconnected like that.
Welcome and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. Please enter your access code. If you are the host, please enter your PIN. Thank you. You are the only participant in the conference.
Okay, hello? Okay, whoever you was, call back in. I got disconnected. We got disconnected. The telephone number is area code 202 927 926 1127, and the access code is 961824. I don't know what happened. We got disconnected. You was saying something about the Fetty Wap thing. So if you can call back in. If you can call back in, I'll give you a couple of minutes. Let me look on the comment board and see if there's any comments. Okay, let's see any comments. Okay, hello.
Hello, Pastor.
Okay, yeah, we got disconnected. The something happened. All right, you were saying something about Fetty Wap?
Yeah, I was, because I know you did the vid on it, and it was a great breakdown, and I just wanted to get your take. If he already sacrificed his daughter, which was not even, 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then his brother got killed last year,
That's correct.
what is the premise of them taking them through all of this stuff? I thought normally they get exonerated, when they give up those family members so close to them like that.
That is correct. That is correct. What happened is, see, he wasn't. See, his daughter was not really sacrificed for his music career because he done already did that. He done sacrificed his eye for his music career.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other sacrifices was for protection. That's why he was able to get away with delivering cocaine through the government postal service. And he been doing that for a while. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you do these sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, it also come with protection. You get protected. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was for. But then he didn't know that hey, it was about ready time for because he came on the scene back in 2016. It was 2015, I think it was 2015. From 2015 to now, that's 6 years. So you know what I'm saying. So six, and then you have this the 10th month. So 6, 10, zero don't count. 61 is ritual sacrifice.
61.
Yeah, 61. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So yeah, he's sacrificed, and you notice because I did a this morning I did a on my morning show on Facebook the the daughter he dropped before he got caught with this before he got locked up he just dropped his single that he dedicated to his 4-year-old daughter. Four represents death, which we already know that four represents death. So he sacrificed his 4-year-old daughter, and the mixtape that he dropped just a couple of weeks ago was called the Butterfly Effect, and the only other person got.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Mhm. And the only other person that got a butterfly as a symbol is Mariah Carey.
You right. Yeah.
See, see the butterfly represents witchcraft. See, and that's why when you see Mariah Carey's song, Shake It Off, in the beginning of the song, you're gonna see her inside of a bathtub with the water just flowing over the bathtub. And pay attention to how she got her hair. She got black makeup on. She got her hair fixed in a witch style. And that was a whole ritual. For what? That was a whole ritual for her to come out as the, what they call it, the alter ego, what it really means, another spirit. And when you go further in that Mariah Carey video, you see her go from the bathtub to actually like at a college football field, and she's in a wife beater and some cargo pants, and then she sits on a bench and she writes. She takes out a magic marker and she writes on the bench, Mimi. So that whole song was about shaking off her old and getting into her new, which is Mimi. So when you see Fetty Wap, who dropped that mixtape called The Butterfly Effect, he's just letting us know that he ritually killed his daughter. And his baby's mama participated in it because before she died, right before she died, the day before she died, her mama took a video of her splashing in a pool. A pool represents freedom, prosperity, and liberty. And notice the captions that she wrote underneath the video. She said something like this is my Aquarius. We know what Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius is, right? And then she said, "This is my, yeah, exactly. This is my Aquarius." And she said a couple of other phrases. My my mermaid. She said, "This is my mermaid."
Yes.
Now, when you think of a mermaid, you think of Kevin Hart. When Kevin Hart got into that car accident, the car that he was riding in was a 1970 Barracuda. A fish, a fish represents duality. It represents somebody's gay. So either Fetty Wap was gay or his baby mama is gay. Or they done molested that girl before they killed that girl. Because they said she died in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how a healthy 4-year-old is going to die in her sleep. So yeah, he sacrificed his daughter, and his baby's mama have everything to do with it as well. But that was for protection. But it sure enough didn't help him because you know what I'm saying. And to all of these drug dealers out there, you know what I'm saying. When you guys look at these big time drug dealers and you think that these big time drug dealers is big just because they smart, no, they big because somebody is watching them. Somebody is helping them. That's why. From Rosello Blanco to Pablo Escobar to even Big Meech. They ain't trafficking all those damn kilos, and especially Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is not going to be shipping kilos through the United States government postal service for all that long and not have protection. Nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. Not without protection. You know.
I seen him smiling in the mugshot.
Oh yeah, and he's in Suffolk County. He's in Central Islip. So his people got to travel all the way from New Jersey to Central Islip just to come see him. That's a commute, and he ain't got no money unless he made sure he put some money in an escrow with his lawyer. Because if he didn't put no money in no escrow, he ain't got no money. Because when I was down in Georgia and I was making way more money than this idiot, you know what I'm saying, Fetty Wap, you know what I'm saying, and when they seized my restaurant, they made sure it was simultaneously. They seized the restaurant, they seized my houses, cars, and bank accounts. If it wasn't for the money that I had in the escrow account with my lawyer, I wouldn't have had a lawyer to get to fight my case. I would have been stuck with a legal aid public defender lawyer. And you know how them things works.
Mm-hmm.
so 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 Fetty Wap, you know what I'm saying? All his money is gonna be considered as drug money. Even if he say that it's from his music. If he ain't got solid proof that money came in from his music, they season that. So he better ask Lexus Sky for some. She better go turn a trick or two. She better go turn a trick or something. You know what I'm saying? Go get herself another reality show contract. Because I know back in 2017, Alexa Sky, Fetty Wap, and her grandmama gonna call my show. And her grandmama gonna say she gonna make my lips twist if I keep talking. That was 5 years ago. I'm still talking, but I don't see you guys talking no more. She said she gonna make my lips twist. That's voodoo talk. That's ritual talk. She was gonna yeah. But I said the only lips that she made twist is that 4-year-old girl. She, she made that 4-year-old girl's lips twist right into a casket. but but the Fetty Wap is done, and to all of you other drug dealers out there, don't think that you can't get it because you guys are next. See, they lined this up perfectly because all last year, year before last, year before that, they had you going after these psyops, George Floyd, Eric Gardner. They had you going after these psyops and had you demonizing the regular police. That was done on purpose for you guys to demonize the regular police. Talk about gun reform, prison reform, and you know what I'm saying, and defunding the police. They had you guys doing that on purpose, because long as you demonize the police, they're going to bring in a more suitable substitute. And you ain't going to want that suitable substitute because now you ain't going to have regular state charges when you're selling drugs. You're going to have federal charges selling drugs. And I love it. I say, get them, feds. Get them. If you need help, let me know which ones you want to lock up. I'll investigate them. I'll get their number, and I'll point you to them myself. Because that's what's going. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened with Pooh Shiesty. What else? You know what I'm saying? FBG, whatever his name is, Duck. You know what I'm saying? NBA YoungBoy out on bail, but he's still in prison in his house.
Right. They may not even making him relevant. People not even asking about him.
Exactly. Yeah. He got to pay, I think it's is it 6,000 or 15? I think they said 15,000 or 6,000. No, 6,000 a month house in Utah. Now, if you getting, I think it's 6,000. If you getting 6,000 a month pulled out of your account, and you ain't got 6,000 a month going back in your account, you're gonna quickly go broke. I don't care how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? Cause you got to pay that 6,000 a month. Then you got to pay your living expenses. You know what I'm saying? Your engineer, because you're making music, because you got to pay your engineer. You know what I'm saying? Your producer. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your food expenses. There's a lot on top of that. On top of that, I'm pretty sure you got to pay child support. So you got all of this money coming out. If you ain't got the equal amount or more going back in, your ass is broke. If you, when the next album you drop, that shit better go diamond. Or all that money that you make from your album is going straight to the record company.
Well, in his case, he is their biggest artist right now. So hopefully he can make,
Yeah, he's a big artist. But let's keep it real today. Let's keep it real. Niggas ain't buying no damn albums today.
No.
He if he say if he got a say if he got a million followers and he drop an album today, I say maybe 3,000 or a little bit more, maybe a quarter of his fan base will actually buy his album. The rest is waiting for it to come out on YouTube or something so they can listen to it for free.
Yeah. You right. You know it.
You know, so
I have to sell records nowadays.
exactly. So,
And they didn't hit 6ix9ine somewhere. I wonder what's going on with him.
oh, his old rainbow agenda is over. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said with the NBA YoungBoy, when he got locked up at his video shoot. Now they want to say, oh, it was a woman who called the police because they was concerned with NBA YoungBoy. No, it wasn't. That was the people. The people knew exactly where he was because he got locked up. The street was 38th Street, and he got locked up with $47,000 on him. 47 represents time, 38 represents sacrifice. Soon as he got bailed out of jail from getting locked up, about a week later, his old lying ass girlfriend, Yaya Mayweather, comes out talking about she's pregnant. And then just 2 months later, in January, she talking about she had the baby. How the hell you just said you're pregnant, and when I seen you, it didn't even look like you was pregnant, and then January, 2 months later, you're gonna have the baby. I won't be too surprised that's one of Floyd Mayweather's babies.
You know what I'm trying to tell you? And her face just looked so pale and ugly when she had that baby. I was like, oh gosh. It sucked the life. That baby sucked the life out of her.
Yeah, I don't think that's her baby. She being sucked alive. She probably had to drink something, or she probably had to go through a ritual. That's what made her skin look like that.
It wasn't looking right. For real. I said, wow, this woman looks
Yeah.
bad, but you're too young to look like that.
And then you got Young Blue, gonna talk about he bought a monkey, but it turns out to be a damn a baboon. Okay, I'm spending money. I'm knowing what I'm buying. If you know what I'm saying, if you spending money and you on the phone with a dealer, or you going to a dealer to you know what I'm saying, to get a monkey, you're gonna know if that's a monkey. That's just like you go to the car dealership and you want to buy a Cadillac, but the salesman give you a Hyundai. You mean to tell me somebody ain't gonna know the difference between a Cadillac and a Hyundai? But the reason why they buy these animals, because they have to have sex with these animals. You know what I'm saying? They got to do these rituals with the animal, like Azalea Banks. You know what I'm saying? Digging up her cat and cooking her dead cat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? These are these are rituals that these idiots got to do, and and all for and it's all for protection and energy. That's it. You know.
That's crazy. So what you think, the Alpo thing was a Halloween ritual or something?
Alpo. That
They killed him last night.
huh?
Yeah, they killed him last night. In a drive-by shooting.
Oh, I gotta look into that.
That one.
I gotta look into that. I'll be posting that video up soon. Give me about a half an hour. I have that video. I probably ain't gonna go. I'm not gonna go live with that. I'll probably just upload it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I can't wait to hear what the Lord bless you to show.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This man was 55 years old.
Oh yeah, 55. That's Jesuit. Yeah, that's Jesuit. Actually, that's some Trump stuff right there. But yeah, I got let me get on that. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. We want to thank you all for tuning in, logging on to another episode of the I to the A radio. And you know why I said I to the A? Because I can't say the name on this YouTube here. So welcome to I to A radio. If you're new here, make sure you hit that follow button, turn on your notification bells, hit that like button. And I think that's gonna wrap it up. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you all. All right, brother. I'll be uploading that within about 30 to but about an hour.
For sure. Send your brother to my meek.
Brother Israel. Yes. I sure enough will. You know he got married.
He did.
Yeah, he got married. Yeah, he's behind the scenes managing the podcast and the YouTube channels.
That's awesome. That was so awesome.
Okay. All right. So see you later. When I upload a video.
All right. Talk to you soon,
Hey,
Pastor.
amen.
Amen.